This is actually the trade. You can see this over 1,000 plus in profit. So after this, these are just the two trades I took, and then I decided to take partial. Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. I remain on Skill Effects. In this video, I'm going to show you something very interesting. Like there's a video I released. I was actually talking about chart patterns and how the market has been repeating patterns and the need for traders to pay attention to them, especially those who are trading synthetic indices, especially the derivative markets to be precise. So patterns are usually a kind of mark that the market leave behind as they are creating structures. Okay, so there is this belief that as time goes on, markets will always come back to repeat the same pattern over and over again. So I'm just going to show you how I am able to make over $1,000 trading chart patterns just for couple of hours. All right, so you just have to follow. It's not about the money, all right? Just for you to have the knowledge that this thing works, okay? Just for you to have the knowledge that this thing works. So it's not about the money. So when I was explaining that video, I was only able to talk about flag. And I gave an explanation that there are two types of flag. We have the bear flag and the bullish flag, right? So I gave the explanation in that video. So if you have not watched that video, make sure you go back to watch it. Okay, make sure you go back to watch the video. It's very, very important because that is when you learn. I explain what you need to do, how you can trade this flag. All right, so this is just basically the flag that I use in taking this trade. So there are other type of chart patterns available, which of course I'm still going to explain in the course of the video, but not this one. I'm going to create another video to explain that. So let me just show you what I did. But before I do that, don't forget, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to it. There is also a link to our Telegram channel where we share some of our setup and release updates. Okay, so make sure you join that link as well. So I had a setup on, this is Volatility 50. As you can see, that Volatility 50 has been forming. If you have watched the video I talked about flag, you can see that this is actually a bearish flag. Okay, you can see, and I was not able to catch it from this top. It's until it break down. So, but nevertheless, setup will always come in, and we should not rush the market. We should not act. We should always react to what the market is doing. So I was waiting patiently, and I realized that the market started creating that substructure, forming another bearish flag. This is flag. This is a very sweet flag. You can see how it breaks to the downside, and then the market is actually forming this flag. So I have the setup marked out, and I have my confirmation candle here, which is actually rejection candles, and I was able to spot an entry, although you see that the trade is actually retracing, but nevertheless we are anticipating that the market is going to break to the downside, and then once it breaks and we have a retest to this side, we are going to find another entry. So that's that on Volatility 50 index. You can see how this is a flag. This is a flag. I told you that you will always see this chart pattern replicating themselves on the chart everywhere. If I go further, you will still see more of these patterns. You can see if I scale down to the 5 minutes, this is a very sweet bearish flag. After those flags come in form of consolidation. In that video as well, I told you that there are two movements you can, or basically, okay, in a bullish move or in a bearish move, there are two moves you can see. You have the impulsive move and the corrective move. So most of the time, those bear flag and bullish flag, they come in form of correction in the market after an impulse. You can see that after the impulse from here to this point, you see the market a kind of correction or corrective move, or what we call retracement. Yes, there's a kind of retracement in form of this flag, and there's after another impulsive move, you have it again after another impulsive move. So it is littered over the chart, but you don't have to trade them in isolation. You have to combine the knowledge of market structure. So make sure you watch that video on market structure as well. Very, very important, because these are the basis of which you can build your confidence and analysis on before taking trades. So I have another setup on this volatility 101S. You can see this is another sweet bearish flag. Okay, I was not able to. Okay, I think I participated in this move, but not today. But then after, you can, just like I explained in the other one, for every impulse to the downside, what do you see? You see the flag forming. So this is an impulse. This is an impulse. This is an impulse from here all the way down to this point. And after the impulsive move, what do we have? We are having that corrective move or retracement in form of a flag again. And you see after that, we have that impulsive move down to this point. And what do you notice? What you're seeing right now is that the market start a kind of retracement, which is in form of another flag. So when I spot this flag, I was able to identify those touches. Remember, I told you, if you make sure please make sure you watch that video so that you can be making reference. So you can see how the market touched this point. We have this second touch, and also this is another touch. So we have two touches, and I know that the next time the market will be coming down, there is a higher chance of what? A breakout. So I have my rejection candle here after I noticed that there is a push to this point, because this is a good resistance level. This is a good resistance level. So the market is not able to push to make that final touch. But then I know that since we have two touches up and down, because I already study based on backtesting, I've known or understood how flags work most of the time. So I made an entry here, and I was able to hold this trade down to this point, and I was able to make good amount of money. And the worst part is that I wasn't really risking much, because this is a sniper entry. You can see that there was no much of retracement towards our SL. So after I catch a move from here, and then based on my analysis, I said there will be a breakout and a retest. And as you can see, the retest here, the market breakout, and you see this retest. Let me zoom out so that you can see it clearly. So you can see that the market break to the downside, and then it came all the way back to retest this particular zone, which I said it was going to retest. So after that, I was still able to spot another entry, stack another position here. I open about how many position here after the breakout, because I have my confirmation. So I'm confident enough to go into the market with my calculated risk level. Okay, so after this rejection candle, I was able to make another entry, and that was how I had the trade down to TP. So like I said, make sure you join the Telegram group. Let me show you, because I was updating the Telegram group. So this is actually the trade. This is actually the trade. You can see this over 1,000 plus in profit. So after these are just the two trade I took, and then I started to take partial. Okay, I started to take partial by closing some position, and then breaking, able to leave the rest to continue. So make sure you join the Telegram group. We are still growing, but it's not all about the morning, but you have to start from a point to get to another point. Okay, there's always a starting point for everything that you want to do in this life. So make sure you join us. Let's grow together.